Hey everybody, BJ Weiler here. Just wanted to give a shout out to everyone who supported me in the Extra Life event last November. With your support, I was able to raise $260 for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Altogether, all the gamers who came together last year actually raised over $66,000 for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. So some great results there, and I'm hoping everybody will be back this year to do the same thing and beat that total. So yes, I am participating in Extra Life again this year. This year's event will be held on October 25th. So check out my Twitch channel. I will be streaming 24 straight hours of the marathon on October 25th, raising money again for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. I hope everyone who supported me last year will be back to support me this year. And if you're new to Extra Life, or if you're new, haven't heard about this, or you don't want to know more about it, go to extra-life.org, tell you all about it. Or you can also check out a cool little video called The Story Behind the Extra Life fundraiser I have right here on my YouTube channel. And it basically is a little story about how the event, in fact, got started way back in 2008 and the reasons for it. Very important, very good charity cause here, and that's why I'm involved. That's why I got involved last year. That's why I'm back this year. And I hope you'll come and support me and all the gamers all around the world on October 25th. You can start making your donations now, and donations can be made up until the end of the year. But don't waste time. The sooner we get that money in, the sooner it goes directly to 100%, by the way, of your donation goes directly to the hospital of choice for the gamer you support. So, like I said again, check out their website, check out the video below, check out my website at www.realmillenniumgroup.com. You'll find a link to my donation page right on there. So, thanks again for your support last year, and thanks in advance for your support this year. And until then, I will see you in game. Take it easy.
Whenever a family has a child with an illness, you never know where that journey's going to take you. And we always prayed for a miracle.
She was the flyer. She's the one that they would, get and throw into the air.
She was this cute, petite, tiny little girl with just a head full of long, blonde hair. She wasn't afraid of heights. In fact, she wasn't really afraid of anything.
I've got a story just like anyone else. A wise man said, this too shall pass. Oh yeah. High, I'm gonna go all the way this time. I'm flying, never coming down. Gonna reach the stars. I'm going high.
We had noticed she had just gotten weak. I said, what's the matter with you? I said, you're a tumbler. You can tumble and do backflips, without knowing. And it progressed from that to she fainted a couple of times. And we thought it was, she's got a virus or whatever. So I took her into the doctor the next day, and they immediately sent us to Texas Children's Hospital.
She was just, from the moment I met her, she was about 11 years old, she just had a sort of magical presence about her, and nothing would keep that girl down.
Victoria was diagnosed at the age of 11 and a half with acute lymphoblastic leukemia. The cure rate for leukemia is the 80%. When Victoria was told that she had cancer, that's the only time we saw her cry. And Dr. Dreyer walked in and told her that 80%, 85% rate cure. So Victoria accepted that. She said she wasn't worried anymore.
In today's world, we cure, go away forever, about 80% of children. In 1965, we cured 5% of children. So the improvement is unbelievable. And Victoria actually had a particular subtype of ALL that the cure rate should have even been better than that.
Victoria's treatment was to take 2.5 years. And at the end of 2.5 years of chemo, Victoria was to be finished with her treatment.
So during that time, you know, she had some good days, she had some bad days.
When she was sick, she still would put on her cheerleading suit and go do cheerleading. I have lots of pictures and important memories in my office, and one of the ones that I get to see every day is my beautiful picture of Victoria as an angel at our Camp Periwinkle. I'm the camp doctor. I've been the camp doctor for 20 plus years. And I took a little girl who was suffering from cystic fibrosis and cancer. And she was in Tori's cabin. But Victoria would come around, 11:30 in the morning, 12, get this little girl all ready for the day's activities for the afternoon. And she got this little girl ready to go to the dance. I will never forget that little girl at that dance. What a wonderful support Tori was, because without Tori, this little girl would never have had the camp experience that she did.
She feels great. How does my heart sound?
It's a little off. It kind of sounds like a bunny. I like bunnies.
Oh, you like bunnies?
I love them. Okay, you're good.
Okay, thank you. Now I'm going to hand this over to Dr. Frickback and see what she has to say.
Well, what's your name again?
My name is Bunny McBunkbunk.
Well, Bunny McBunkbunk, today our breaking story is about a little dog named Arfie. Let's ask Arfie.
In 2005, Texas children held their first radiothon with the Children's Miracle Network Hospital, and that's where we met Doc.
We were doing a radiothon at a radio station in Houston, Texas, and she was the kind of kid that you could hear her coming long before she got to your soundproof studio. She was very full of energy. She was just 10 or 11 years old and was already considered a long-term survivor of leukemia.
You know, here she is, lying up in bed, tubes connected to her. She didn't go and cry about it or bemoan her situation. She was around to try to visit these other kids to make them feel better. And I think that's the legacy of her.
At the end of 2.5 years, when Victoria's treatment was over, they performed another spinal tap and a bone marrow test. The Dr. Dreyer called us. I remember it was a Thursday, and she said, "I cannot believe this, but Victoria has relapsed." Because of the seriousness of her relapse, they told Victoria that her next option was to receive a bone marrow transplant.
Our community really rallied behind our family and our church. You know, we even had signs, "Pray for Victoria." So it wasn't just our family, it affected everybody.
And she made it through, and 9 months later, she relapsed again.
Joellen called me, and she had just the worst news ever, and that is that Victoria's cancer had returned.
So this was 3 times she was told that she had cancer. And so we began another journey to receive a second bone marrow transplant.
Victoria at that time decided she was going to fight and entered the hospital for what would turn out to be an extremely long stay, many months. And so as a result of this extended stay, I saw that there wasn't as much for her to do as you can stay placated with as a young person.
And he asked her at that time, he said, "Victoria, do you like to play video games?" She said, "I love to play video games."
So I put the word out to a website that I worked with called Sarcastic Gamer in the online community responded in droves. What I expected to be a couple of games that might come from here and there instead turned out to be things coming from all over the world.
And we started receiving boxes of games.
We had games that came in from Asia and Europe, and
He was receiving games from all over Texas, all over the United States.
so much so that it became sort of overwhelming. Tori had to end up giving it away to other kids who were also stuck in the hospital.
She was the one to go around to be that extra person for all these other children.
It just doesn't seem right that a child should be sick. It's not right that a child stay in a hospital and that they're confined to the hospital and their four walls and they're not experiencing the other things that children are doing.
She couldn't be around other people that could have any infections. You know, when she was out, she had to wear her masks.
During this time, Victoria contracted a fungal infection, which is from a very low immune system, and she had little to no immune system left.
And I asked her what she wanted for Christmas, and she said, I'd really just like to get out of this hospital and go see Christmas lights. Christmas lights are something my family and I go see together all the time, and I can't even leave to go see Christmas lights.
We knew that during the final stages that we weren't going to have Victoria with us much longer.
We were only outside for about 10 minutes. It was a very special 10 minutes. It wasn't a lot of talking. We just looked at lights. And after about 10 minutes, we rolled back upstairs to her room, and we had our picture made in front of a little Christmas tree. And I said goodbye. And that picture is one of my most prized possessions because it was taken just moments before I saw my friend for the last time. And Victoria passed away before I could get back to see her.
The miracle that we received was that we had her for the time that we had her.
I brought her picture, and I just put that on the table. And I said, you know, this is what we look at every day during this radiothon, during this campaign.
Victoria passed away on January 21st, 2008, after a 4-year battle with leukemia, failed bone marrow transplants, and fungal infections.
It was as a result of Tori's death, sitting at her funeral, that I made up my mind that I needed to be doing this, not just a couple days a year with a radiothon, that I needed to be doing this with my life.
Doc wanted to do something special for Victoria, in memory of Victoria. And he came up with a fundraiser called Extra Life. And this fundraiser would be for the gaming community.
It just occurred to me that gamers should be able to do the things they love to help sick and injured kids as well. And so Extra Life was born. 1,200 gamers showed up on October 15th in 2008.
With this year's Extra Life Gaming Marathon, we're helping save kids' lives. You don't even have to be a crime-fighting superhero.
Each and every year afterwards, it continued to grow. Gamers responded by being able to game for their local hospitals. The next year, 4,500 gamers showed up, raised almost $500,000. The year after that, it was 15,000 gamers raising $1 million, and the next year, 17,000 gamers raising $2.1 million. Video games are like the #1 form of entertainment on planet Earth, have been now for quite a while.
Anyone could be involved in Extra Life.
Gamers aren't that pale kid in mom and dad's basement. They're mom and dads, they're aunts and uncles.
A young child to an older adult to a grandparent.
You can take all that fun of playing games for 24 hours and reach out to your friends and bring them to your environment.
Or if you want to play a board game, a card game.
The funds that Extra Lifers raise can go to a variety of purposes in the local area at the local hospital.
So maybe your extra $20 or your extra $50 goes to curing 87% of children with leukemia.
They might buy an isolette for a baby that is born the size of a cell phone and has to fight for its life.
I can guarantee you that that money goes directly back to these children to keep this from happening again to someone else's child.
Getting involved with Extra Life is really simple. You just have to go to the website at extra-life.org, put in a few details in there, join a team if you'd like to, or create one. After that, it's as simple as fundraising with your friends and family. Let them know why you are doing this. They should know that the money you raise is going to stay local in your community.
We never will truly lose Victoria because she will live for all of us through this.
It started with a little girl in Orange, Texas.
And I think that's all we have to say for today.
All we have to say today, so
we'll see
See
you
you
tomorrow
later
at
on
News at
whatever time it is.
at Victoria's house. Bye!
Welcome, everyone. BJ Weiler here, and we are back for another year of the Extra Life Marathon. Thank you for joining us, and let's get it started. There we go. Alright, so it's not going to work that way. You can make donations at any time. Just go ahead and type that link into your browser. wherever you can donate to help support the kids and their families. I personally am playing for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. And 100% of that donation, whether it be $1, $2, $5, $25, $100, $500, the 1,337 elite dollar, 100% goes right to the kids, the hospital of choice. Once again, I am playing for CHOP, the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Going to be a little bit more informal this year than we were last year. If you joined us last year, of course, we had a whole playlist, a play set, everything planned out from games to music, and of course, if you've been following the streaming crowd, the YouTube crowd, a little bit, you know, the music industry has not yet caught up with 21st century, so no music playlist this year, except of course the ambiance that we have in game. I do have a list of games down below the stream here. If you check out the RMG Gaming live stream information section down towards the bottom of that section, I have the list of games I've planned out to play throughout the evening, back and forth probably. I'll probably be switching back and forth as I fancy, and then probably wherever else I can dig up, maybe a few of the It's All in the Wrist games, such as Eye of the Beholder or Wizardry or something like that. Maybe I'll pop into for a bit to switch things up and keep myself mentally alert. How about we bring the webcam back to, where are we, Mr. Webcam? Oh, that is, hello everyone. Happy Halloween 2014 in the future. Or early. That, of course, will be next week. Let's see. We got the red skin.
I can still hear them talking. I cut off my holo receiver, but I can still hear them. If I lose it, please don't leave me down here.
There we go. Even better. Yes, that works even better, says I. Har, har, har. Excellent. On the fly. Everything will be on the fly tonight. Lucy Goosey.
Scared of you?
Come on. Browser.
Do you dare approach the great Nil Venerus, Lord of the Sith, Master of the Undying Darkness? Answer me. What insolence brings you to this place, slave?
For what quest is this? Let's see here. The Wretch King. That's what I'm looking for, yeah. Trying to dig up our conversation gains. For companion affection. Alright, let's try this again. There we go.
Do you dare approach the great Nil Venerus, Lord of the Sith, Master of the Undarkness? Answer me. What insolence brings you to this place, slave?
You don't look like a Sith Lord, and you wear a slave collar.
What? You're not afraid of me? You aren't a mindless puppet like the rest of them? I don't understand.
I still have my senses, but someone here is out of his.
You're right. I was out of my senses. But not anymore. I was part of an expedition sent by the Empire to measure strange activity in the Dark Temple. But soon after we entered, we all became different people. I became the mighty Lord Venerus, and the others became my obedient followers and servants.
Whoa, slow down and start at the beginning.
We were gathering data for the Empire, and then we were all suddenly possessed. It's strange that you seem to be unaffected. In fact, it's strange to find you here at all. I thought the Imperials gave up sending people in here. What exactly are you doing here?
I'm doing a vital service to the Empire.
So the Imperials haven't given up on getting their precious data, after all. This is lucky. You see, ever since I came to my senses, I've been worried that my followers will begin to doubt my leadership. I can't lose my power. I can't go back to being a slave. Maybe we can help each other.
It wouldn't be hard for me to eliminate you and your followers.
Well, I guess that's true. Except I'm the only one who can make all the others turn in their data. All I ask is that you find the symbols of Lord Venerus's power. They were looted from his tomb by the people possessed by Venerus' enemies. The symbols will help me reinforce my followers' belief in me, lock them in their dream.
I'll see what I can do.
Be careful. Venerus's old enemies will put up a good fight. My network of spies reports that you crushed my enemies underfoot and found the symbols of power I requested.
We have a deal. I expect you to honor it.
I had not forgotten. I, too, have been very busy. Here is the data my servants collected before the temple transformed them. Let the Empire make of it what they will.
I hope your face never spoils my view again.
Actually, that reminds me. There's one last itty-bitty little thing you can do. You see, power is useless without subjects. So, I'd be grateful when you turn in the data, you'd encourage the Imperials to send more expeditions my way.
You're really every bit as conniving as the real thing. You know that?
Yes, I do think I've finally found my true calling. I can assure you, my gratitude if you send more slaves to be my followers will not be insubstantial.
Captain Metal, huh?
Try to be more careful. Metal at. I gotta go all the way to Imperial Intelligence Headquarters. Well, then that's what we should do. Well, this place looks lively. I guess the Imperials have something that passes for fun after all.
Ready for departure.
Try to be more careful. Hey.
That's enough for general chat.
What the? Oh, right. The bounty hunter. Glad you could make it. Feeling nervous, alien? Standing in the middle of Imperial intelligence. I could say one word, or touch one button, and you'd disappear forever. Poof. Gone. Just like that. No one would even dare to ask what happened to you.
Go ahead. Say the word and see what happens.
Nicely done. I like you, Hunter. I really do. I never signed up for this cloak and dagger stuff. I was a regular soldier. Then one day, I put together a covert op raid that goes a little too well. And bam! I'm in Imperial intelligence. Look, what I'm saying is the stuff that goes on in these halls is insane. And all of it is crazy hush-hush. So what I'm going to tell you has to stay just between you and me. Got it?
My price tag always includes the cost of discretion.
It's the deal. There's a huge ancient Sith temple on Drummond Pass. Used to just sit there being scary. Now the place is crawling with Sith sorcery, and it's been ordered a no-go zone for everyone. Naturally, we sent a team in. My commander led that team. Nobody came back. We can't report any of them dead without reporting the mission, which puts me in a bind.
I still don't see what you need me for.
If I can't prove my commander's dead, I can't take over his spot, which means an ugly power vacuum. I'm hiring you to enter that temple and find the team's ID cards, especially my commander's. I need those IDs to create more acceptable deaths for them.
What if this commander and his team are still alive?
They're not. And even if they are, they're not. Understood. Make sure you find an Imperial commander named Gargan. Can't imagine there'll be more than one corpse in a temple wearing commander stripes. Grab all the team's ID cards and double time it back here quietly.
Oh, it's been a long day. Long day.
Ready for departure.
We're just getting started.
Enjoy your stay.
There we go. That's better. Now let's get on with the trailer.
Try to be more careful.
What is this in front of me? Another worshipper? Who braves the flames of the altar of horror to stand in front of Lord Baral Slathborn, Lord of the Sith?
This tomb has driven you insane, Lord.
Insane? No. Do not seek madness, but fear and hatred, the tools of the Sith.
If you're not an Imperial commander, then what's that ID card for?
What madness do you speak? I have no... Oh, that. It seems the ID of some Imperial commander I must have slain has stuck to my robes. Do you wish to have it? A token of your visit with the great Lord Baral Slathborn?
Oh, thank you, my lord. That's very generous of you.
It is settled then. A token for you. Go forth now and spread word to all who worship lesser lords. Lord Baral Slathborn is mightiest among all mighty lords of the Sith.
Scared of you.
You with the military? I heard the shots, but I wasn't sure. I can't believe you actually followed us in here. None of us are gonna make it back out, you know that, right?
Don't question me, you piece of filth.
You think you've done some great thing by tracking me down? You can shoot me now. You can save the power grid, preserve the Imperial lifestyle for a little longer. But there are other cells. They'll keep fighting.
What other cells are you talking about?
Other cells, other planets. This attack was just the tip of the iceberg. There's worse coming, but that's all you're going to learn. You can't stop me. You have to kill me. Shoot me now, Imperial, before the ghosts get into your head.
You don't care if the ghosts get into my head. You're worried they'll get into yours.
Yes, damn you! That's not how I want to go. I saw what happened to my friends. I took comfort in the fact that I'd die when we took out the power grid. Have mercy. Kill me now before the ghosts come.
I plan to stay and watch the spirits get you. It's no worse than you deserve.
No, please don't. I can feel it coming now.
try to be more careful. Put my mind to it.
Enter and hear me. You mustn't kneel. I would gain no satisfaction from it. So, you've finally found our hidden temple. It's long since time. The followers of the Dark Path battle my forces, and your cruelty is needed.
This temple isn't exactly hidden. There's a path from Car City.
Do you mock me? No one finds this temple nor this planet by accident, nor without my approval, for I am Lord Farshaw. I oversaw this temple's construction, and I have ruled the jungle ever since. Now you will serve me.
You're not making any sense. The Dark Temple was built centuries ago.
You are confused. I remember clearing the jungle and laying each stone, and I am no immortal. Now do as I require, and the riches of the temple will be yours. The teachings of the Dark Path lured my apprentice Anyara away, but I will have her back. You will retrieve her from the temple depths.
How can anyone survive in the temple?
Whatever do you mean? Many live within the temple. It is our only sanctuary on this abominable world. I do not know how my rivals reached my apprentice, but I know where she went. The Dark Path hides near here. Kill the followers of the Dark Path. Fight your way to their altar, and Anyara must confront you. Do this, or be punished by my power.
I don't believe you have any power.
Doubt no longer. Witness a demonstration of my strength. Now you have seen the power of a Dark Lord of the Sith. Now we are finished.
You may be Sith, but But something's very strange here.
The followers of the Dark Path are not far. Go, and I will await you.
Try to be more careful.
Pretty sidekick, Buster.
Stay back. I don't know you. You aren't of the Dark Path. She whispers to me, tells me to go back to Lord Farshall, that I belong to Farshall, but it's wrong. Something's wrong.
What happened to you?
I was someone else. Before I came to the temple, I was powerful, I was Sith. But she keeps saying I'm an apprentice, just an apprentice. And I hate her, but my hate isn't making me strong enough.
I'd offer to shoot her, but I think she's in your head.
Ha! But she should die, even though she'd try to take me with her. She says she's Anyara. She says we serve Farshall. She says there's no city out there, just jungle. Tell me who's right. Am I the temple apprentice Anyara, or is she lying? Is the city outside real?
Lord Farshall wants Anyara, so that's who you are.
Anyara, I understand. Thank you. Thank you. I was confused. Strange. I ran from Lord Farshall, but my place isn't with the Dark Path, it's by his side.
Why did you run from him? You didn't seem yourself.
I apologize. I was with Farshall, and I started thinking. I remembered a different life. I remembered coming inside the temple from... Enough. I will think about it no longer. I must return to my master. I'll leave you to your business. But know that Farshall will reward you for what you've done.
You can go now.
Be wary of the Dark Path, and of any others you meet.
Ah, you have done well. Very well, in fact. Anyara returned to me, bearing news of what happened. You were wise to set her mind to rights and free her from the Dark Path.
Your apprentice. What happened to her?
She is safe, outside the reach of our enemies. You needn't think of her any longer. I promised you a reward for your assistance, and I have riches to spare. Take what I have and revel in it. Now, unless there is anything else, I must marshal my forces against the Dark Path.
I want to know what's going on here.
There is something strange happening. I didn't believe it until Anyara's return, but you are right. Something presses at my mind. I remember life in a city beyond the temple walls. The city does not exist, but I remember it. I remember being a simple man of tools and strength, not Sith, a servant to the Sith. But these delusions pass.
That's who you really are. You come from Kaz City.
You overstep your bounds. I know who I am. I am Lord Farshal, builder of the temple. I have answered your questions, and we are finished here. Begone.
Hello, stranger. My internal chronometer tells me it has been exactly 963 years since this hologram was made. Have the Sith truly lived in fear of me for so long?
Why should the Sith fear you?
It is what the Sith do. Their passions, their fear especially, feed their power. A power that inspires yet more fear. Like so many before me, I challenged the Emperor and was buried in this temple. Fortunately, I had just enough time to make this, an interactive image that would transmit my secrets to whomever was bold enough to find my tomb and unlock it.
I unlocked your tomb, so start transmitting.
Patience, and everything will become clear. The way of the Sith lies in channeling the Force through the use of powerful emotions. Fear is the chief of these. The Sith feed on palpable dread.
What's the secret then?
It's a lie. Fear is a lie. Passion, a lie. Fear gives temporary power, and passion is easily manipulated. Real strength in the Force comes when one is no longer afraid. And one can purge fear when one stops grasping after power, after things, after life itself, and allows the Force to guide him. There is only the Force.
You really are an idiot.
My peers obviously did not think so. They considered my teachings dangerous. What I learned only lives on through this image and its device. Yet I am one with the Force, eternal and at peace. Take them. Take my teachings to the Sith. They will find power there, but a different kind. Not of darkness, but light.
The world must know what you've learned.
The Sith should know fear is not the only way. As for me, my message is concluded. I will now depart.
You're back. I hope you sealed the chambers of the ancients, Keleth Ur's chamber especially. I'm terrified to think what would happen if Keleth Ur and his crazed ideas were to re-emerge.
Actually, I brought something from Keleth Ur here.
What? What's this? How could you? No, I want no part of this. Please, destroy it. Bury it. Steal it away.
Getting a little nervous?
Clearly you don't understand. Throughout history, the light has endeavored to destroy the darkness. The Emperor was right to murder Keleth Ur for his heresy. Peace, serenity, words for the stifling of the very emotions that drive us.
Wouldn't it be wise to learn the teachings of our enemy?
No, that's not... Wait. Yes, I think I understand your reasoning. Fine. I will take the teachings of Keleth Ur and study them so that the darkness may prevail over the light. Now, please, leave. The temple is safe, and I must take these teachings back to my chambers and make sure they're secure.
Your archaeologist team is dead. Killed for the relics they uncovered. I have them now.
Interesting. The Dark Temple's presence continues to surprise and fascinate. I'll quarantine the artifacts for future study. A shame we lost the whole team. At least it wasn't a total loss. After all, we got what we came for.
It's pretty cold, don't you think?
An accurate assessment. But the Reclamation Service will honor their loss. Whatever secrets these pieces hide, we'll find them. Thank you.
Ah, the only thing more powerful than the Dark Temple. Any luck getting that data? Ah, the only thing more powerful than the Dark Temple. Any luck getting that data?
Here's your data, as promised.
Hey, you actually came through. Can't say I was expecting that. Can't say it's not a relief. Now we can finally stop sending expeditions in there, wasting all those slaves who should be building monuments to the Empire.
Slaves shouldn't be collecting data anyway.
My superiors may feel differently, but I tend to agree with you on that point. Anyway, I believe that concludes our business here. Goodbye then, and thanks for the data. Your service to the Empire will not be forgotten.
Places Amin's Waiheis fools, Gawantida seek from Tauhans. Taukida Melaswe Sama, word sign in Meremnai, Saigat Rawadida. Chagasar Jais, and Parks Prize war Peren, Swase Ikbus Karadida.
Your defiance is foolish and misplaced.
Ababarna habens, Glaubena, ni in usakwai, usiterens abibao. Was Jabe wise Jabe, prophetess, Wisans Jagara Haitang.
I hate to be the one to break it to you, but Tulak Horde is dead.
Places amins Waihais fools. Gawan tida seek from Tauhans. Aprogatua ina in lausolam.